Hey guys, it's Blaze back here with another video, and today I have my zombie deck profile. So, as you know, I've been playing zombies for several years now, um, and my original version was like a danger zombie, where you turbo out level 8s and including Battle Jock, and then go into rank 8 plates and things like that. You could check that out in my channel. I might put a card as well so you could see and check out that version if you want. But I, this is a budget version of the best zombie deck. Um, I don't have the adventure or punk stuff because those things are expensive and I'm not paying for that. um, and there's no point really since I'm not like trying to go into regionals and nationals and win those. Maybe in the future I might try to do that, but for now, this could be a budget version of zombies, but it's still like ultra consistent. It could put out your like main board uh like 90 out of 91 times. um Originally zombies, if you like if Unizombie got ashed, you pretty much lose the duel. But now, um, especially with this version, you play so many extenders that you could just play through Ash and whatever your opponent has. So the deck can go for second, but it's usually a going first deck. So I don't want to make this video have like a 20-minute intro like the branded Cyber Dragon. So I'll just talk about the card choices as we go. So let's get into it. So first we play 3 Unizombie. He's the starter, he's the heart and soul of the deck. We don't play the Solitaire, just because like if it gets Ash, it's gonna get Ash, but at least with Unizombie you have the body on board. And Solitaire, if it gets Ash, you don't have the body, and sometimes that could really hurt you. So you really would rather want to just play the Unizombies. And then for your second starters is the Gozuki. So you play your 5 starters. Gozuki you could run in 1, 2, or 3. It doesn't like. Personally, I would run it at 3, but 2 is like the perfect spot for me because you don't want to really like brick on all your starters. You'd rather get into your extenders more. So yeah. And then next is the 3 Mizuki. You have to play 3 of him. He's insane. Like, triple monster reborn, basically. If he gets sent off Chaos Ruler, free extending forever. You extend forever. And then now for the new cards. I played 2 Cheng-Chi. A lot of people play 1, but I am playing Zombie Reborn. So the combo with her and Zombie Reborn is just too nice in my opinion. It's an extra body, and Zombie Reborn in itself, I'll go over it later, but it's like most spell I'll go over it later, yeah. And then 2 Necrolord Banshee. I wouldn't play 1, but you could play 2 or 3. Personally I like 2, but yeah. And then 1 Mad Mauler, and 1 Plague Spreader. I should have put him over here. So he's basically the new Plague Spreader. He doesn't have like a cost like Plague Spreader where you have to like lose hand advantage, but it's like restrictive, so you won't be able to like use him to go into like Baron or not Cheng-Chi, Cheng Ying or whatever like non-zombies you like level 10s you would want to go into. But he is like easier to play with than Plague Spreader if you need like certain things in your hand. And then next we play 1 Glort Bloom. You could play 2, but we're literally the only like level 6 and above we're playing is the Doom King Balladrock and the Cheng-Chis. So that's only 3. So you only really need 1 for this version. And 1 Balladrock obviously. You could play 2 if you want, but I don't want to brick on him because he is a brick, and unlike all the other like graveyard things, he doesn't like extend your plays that turn. You have to wait until the next turn to get him out. So like some people actually have cut him, like Crush Cards. Brian from Crush Cards, he cut Balrog in his zombie deck. But he's playing punk adventure zombies, so like he could afford to do that. But for us budget players, he's really useful. So yeah. So those are all the zombie monsters for the deck. Now on to my choice extenders. I am playing the Psychic package. So I'm playing Psychic Wielder and one Tracker. Since Unizombie is level 3, if you open Unizombie in any of these literally, then you just free extension. You could go into the level 6 Synchro, Immortal Dragon, I think it's called. Or you could go into Hulk from there if you want, but Immortal Dragon is just a great extender, and you could do that. So yeah. Then also, for the we played 2 of the level 3 dangers, Jackalope and Sushinoko, and 1 Mothman. You don't have to play Mothman if you don't want, but in my opinion, he's just such a great extender, especially like no matter what you get to go into your deck further, and most of the cards in your deck, like if you pitch it, it's value. So yeah, it's like Dark World dealings, and no matter what, you get value. So yeah. And then for the cards to get sent to the grave, Jet Synchron, newly off the ban list, Snow. I don't know why she's off the ban list, but she is, so we play her. And 1 Destrudo. And then now for the 1 Scythe. You could build the deck without Scythe, but you could play him, so why not play him, especially as a budget player? Why not take as advantage of whatever you can? Hopefully he does get banned, because I don't know why he wasn't banned before. So yeah. You consistently can set him up, and this deck is actually an infinite Scythe lock. So with the new boss monster, you basically bring out Scythe like on your opponent's turn every turn. That might be why they didn't ban him, just for like zombies to get popularity or something like that, but obviously that's not the case. And then next, okay, so next is gonna be your hand traps. So it's like choice hand traps, really. Personally, since it's a budget version, actually I'll show you the actual version I do. So I run the 3 Ash Blossom, I'll just put them there, and 1 Ghost Ogre, and that's because when we get to the spells you'll see, but I'm playing the what's it called, emergency teleport. And yeah, so you could send her out if you don't have any more of the psychic extenders. But yeah, and also Ogre along with Veiler or DD Crow, if you were to send one of them off of Chaos Ruler, then you could add it to your hand, so you get a free hand trap during your opponent's turn. And oops, sorry for the shaking. And then I personally run 2 ghost spells. You don't have to. You could run like really any combinations of hand traps, but this is what I run personally. Ghost, because it is like graveyard reliant deck. If you like do see a call by the grave, you could ghost spell it. If your opponent's playing a deck that's graveyard reliant as well, then ghost spell, obviously. So yeah. And also, for other budget alternatives, you could play Ghost Mourner. Actually, I have no clue how much she is. I think she's budget, but I don't know, because the ashes are like 30, so yeah. I got it from when Dual Devastator came out, and they were like cheap during then, so I'm kind of happy I did that. So you could play Ghost Mourner, you could play any, like really, any combination of hand traps that you have. And if you are choosing like to go the budget route with hand traps, then I would recommend the Effect Veilers and mourners, or not mourners. You could, whatever you have really. I would recommend light and dark hand traps if you have them, because of Chaos Ruler. And now on for the spells, we play 3 Zombie World. Not much to say. It's zombies, so play 3 Zombie World. And then the 3 E-Telly. The 3 free extension. Like, this card is crazy. Like, it's not once per turn. That's, like, it's free. And then next, 1 for 1, Foolish Burial, and Called by the Grave. Like, your free cards, really. A lot of the cards are free. And then the final card for the main deck, 1 Zombie Reborn. You can play, like, really any amount you want. I wouldn't play 3, but you could play 0, 1, or 2. Yeah, you reborn a card from the grave and banish from the deck of the same copy. So with Ching-Chi, when she's banished, you could, from the grave, you could banish another zombie monster and special summon her. So you reborn Ching-Chi in the grave, banish one from the deck, summon the Ching-Chi in the grave, then summon the one that you just banished, and get 2 monsters for the price of 1, really. So that's crazy, in my opinion. But you don't have to play 2 or that. If you want to, like, because the deck is 43 cards, if you want to make space, you could cut one of the Ching-Chis and the Reborn, and it'll be 41. And then you could cut, like, a hand trap if you want, make it to 5 or whatever you want to cut. But that's just what I'm playing at the moment. And I am going to change the deck eventually around, but for now, that's what I'm playing it with. So on to the extra deck. I'm playing 1 Linkuriboh. This could be either Linkuriboh, Relinquished Anima, or Almirage. I personally wouldn't do Almirage because a lot of the times they won't be normal summon, the monster that you're gonna send. Like the Bloom or the Jet Synchron, you usually won't normal summon it, so I wouldn't go into Almirage. And then Linkuriboh is like, it's basically free extending. Well, not really, it's like depending on the situation. So yeah, and then Anima is like, you can play him instead, but I like Linkuriboh personally. And then next, the 2 cards that are like in discussions to get banned, obviously. Halki Fibrax and Artifact Dagda. Actually don't know the price of Dagda. I pulled this one, so it might not be budget. But I think it is. Because Halki is like $2 right now. So yeah. And then 1 Vampire Sucker. Is vampire zombie, so Vampire Sucker is literally like free draw hand power. And then you don't have to play this card because you are playing another card, but Unchained Abomination, this could be like anything. You could take it out and add in like the IP and Unicorn package. I personally am not playing them because like for what I have is like tight. But yeah, this, well, besides this card, but this is like a 2-card package, and yeah, so you could take this out, play whatever you want, but I like to go into this, like, when you're going first, your opponent doesn't play the game, or if they do play the game, then during your turn you go into him and Borrow Sword and GG. Because a lot of times, like, Borrow Sword is known as the OTK card, but sometimes he's not an OTK. Because if you get him out by himself, then he does a lot of damage, but it might not be exactly enough to get above. So he's not, and also he's good for like removal, depending on what your opponent has. So it's just a choice card, really. You can play what you want instead. And then the 1 Apple, because we're trying to go first, so yeah. And then on to the synchros. The 1 zombie Dragon Door, he's insane. Like, you could tomorrow I'll probably, like, the day after this video airs, I'll probably put like play test hand videos, and then probably like 2 or 3 test hands, and then show you the like different routes you could go to, like go into your different boards and things like that. But you use Hulk to summon him on your opponent's turn, or you could summon him on your turn and then summon your next. Oh, sorry, your next level 10 card. Which this card, since it is a budget deck, obviously you're probably not gonna have it, but one Baron the Floor, or you could play your I don't think the other two could be played during your opponent's turn, but well, you could like summon it during your opponent's turn, but they won't be like live during your opponent's turn. It could be like Shiranori's Sun Saga, I believe, or Samurai Saga, one of those two, or the Sword Soul Cheng Ying card that banishes two, or like any other like level 10 synchros that you want, or anything really that you could use as interruption during your opponent's turn. So yeah, those are like other options, other alternatives you have. But I was fortunate enough to pull Baron the Floor from one of someone got me a booster box for my birthday, so yeah, I was lucky to get that. So yeah, I did pull it. I've been debating selling it because that's $100 going into your pocket, but I don't know yet. I'll probably keep it for now. Hopefully it doesn't get reprinted soon, so I can have time to decide, but if it does, then whatever. And then the best card in the deck, Chaotic Magical Dragon, is insane. Mill 5, Pitch 5, in a deck that has free, like, relies on the graveyard. There's so much advantage right there. He's insane. And then now for your like extra deck tuners, we play the one shooting riser. You actually can hard make him. He's actually like super useful when you hard make him, or if you have access to what is it, during your opponent's turn, if you milled Scythe off of Chaos Ruler, you could use Hulk to make him, send Snow or whatever you need, and then go into something else if you want. But yeah, he's versatile. He's so good. And then the Immortal Dragon, he's like an extender. He's so good. Some people cut him, but I think that's a huge mistake. Like, he's so vital now. He's just insane. And then the Wonder Magician and Formula Synchron for Hulk. Usually you go into Wonder Magician, but for the same instance where you'll go into Shooting Riser, you could go into Formula Synchron instead, depending on your numbers that you have on the field. And he's a free draw, and then go into level 10 or anything else. And then for the final card in the extra deck, I'm playing one Levier the Sea Dragon. Again, I don't know his price. I've had him for like ages now, but since we are playing like a bunch of level 3s, he's another free extender, really. You can hard make him go, bring back Mizuki, bring back whatever you need, and then have free plays. So yeah, that's the extra deck. I'll go into the side deck now, and then I'll do some like other things you could put in. I play 3 Nibiru in the side. The reason why I send pink sleeves is because these are from the cyber branded deck. So yeah, I didn't want to just change out the sleeves, yeah. So it doesn't matter. And then 3 Token Collector for any token deck really, but mostly Sword Soul. And then I think this is the best spell trap removal for the deck, Twin Twisters. Because like we keep saying, it's a deck that is relying on the graveyard. So pitch a card that needs to be in the graveyard to remove, and then get, like, it's just good. And then 3 Dark Ruler no more. Yeah. And then 3 T-Barrier. It's just, like, a lot of the side deck is self-explanatory, really. And then other cards you can put in the side if you want. you could take out whatever you want, and then 3 Lancia and Red Reboot if you want to add a 4th spell trap removal. I personally I just like the cards I have in the side deck. If you see you don't have a lot of storage so where you're playing, then you could take out the token collectors and play any ratio, or you could take out one of you could put D-Rare to 2, Dark Ruler to 2, whatever, and then add in the reboot. Yeah. And then other cards you could put in, the 3 Rivalry Warlords. I personally don't have it in because, you know, it's really, my version is a combo deck, really. So, like, you combo into control. You're not, like, playing control cards, really. But you can't, if you have to take out Scythe, you could add in the rivalries, if you want, but I personally am not playing them. And then, same thing for Super Poly. It is a really good card. You probably should be playing it, but I personally don't, like, I like to have more extenders, really. And then the 2 Super Poly targets, the Dragon Necro, and also that's another reason why you might not be playing Super Poly, because Dragon Necro is like a $20 card, I think. So, but Dragostapelia is cheap, so you could do that instead. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. If you liked the video, please hit the subscribe button to see more. Hit the like button as well, obviously, and let me know in the comments what else you would like me to do. I probably will have the test can video going up tomorrow, the day after this video goes live. Yeah, and in the future I might have the Charmer deck going up as well, because I did buy 3 structure decks of it, and for the what's it called, the Dark Rulers you see here, and then unfortunately the Dark Rulers got reprinted in Albaz, so that was really a waste of money, but I could put a deck profile up for it if you want, so let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. Eventually I will have my hero deck going up as well. That's gonna be like way after the reprints that are coming out in the Legendary Duelist set, because I'll have to wait for the cards to get shipped. So yeah, also I'll have the Tri-Brigade Leerless deck coming up soon. I am missing a few cards for that, but I might use proxies, but probably not. So yeah, and yeah, I will revisit the deck as well. I'll put another profile up eventually, like later on down the line, of like an updated version. This is my most recent update version. The first version went up like 3 years ago, so I felt it was time to do an update, and here you guys are. So if you did like the video, please hit that like button and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Peace.